Oh, 2022. I don't even know where to start. The year of the side quests.
Logan Paul looking to shock the world.
What happens when one of the biggest names on the internet begins to crumble under the weight of his own mistakes? Logan Paul, once a YouTube sensation and rising entrepreneur, now finds himself at the center of scandals, lawsuits, and broken promises. Could this be the downfall of a digital empire? Before we get into this video, why don't you take a second to subscribe to our channel and like this video?
That was a close one.
It all started on Vine. Remember that short-lived platform where people made 6-second videos? That's where Logan really caught fire. His goofy, energetic persona stood out, and before you knew it, he was racking up millions of followers. By the time Vine shut down, Logan had already built a massive audience that was ready to follow him wherever he went next.
Come on, Logan, eat. You can do it, come on.
Naturally, Logan shifted to YouTube, where things really took off. His vlogs were a mix of pranks, challenges, and larger-than-life stunts, and people couldn't get enough of him. He had this wild energy and fearlessness that drew in younger audiences. At one point, it felt like Logan could do no wrong. His subscriber count skyrocketed. He landed acting gigs, and even his merchandise line was a hit. This guy was on top of the world, riding a wave of viral success.
Come inside and land that big overhand like he almost did. He's gonna be shooting that all night.
But Logan wasn't just content with YouTube fame. He decided to branch out into boxing, and this move surprised a lot of people. His first big fight was against fellow YouTuber KSI, which brought in millions of viewers and insane amounts of money. Suddenly, Logan wasn't just a YouTuber, he was now a legitimate boxer. This shift into sports, combined with his entrepreneurial ventures like launching his energy drink Prime, solidified him as a serious player in the entertainment world. Logan Paul wasn't just a social media star anymore, he was a full-blown brand.
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project that I believe is going to change the game.
CryptoZoo was Logan Paul's ambitious attempt to cash in on the booming NFT and cryptocurrency market. The project, inspired by Pokemon, promised a unique gaming experience where users could buy, sell, and trade NFT animals, all while potentially making money. It was marketed as a fun and exciting new way for Logan's fan base, especially younger fans, to get involved in the world of crypto. With Logan's massive influence, many believed it would be a massive success.
I was brainwashed, I was like, Logan Paul is a trustworthy guy. Even if the project is stagnant right now, I think it's going to do really well and I'm excited to be part of it.
However, what was supposed to be a groundbreaking project quickly turned into a complete disaster. Instead of the promised innovative game with unique NFTs, users were left with low-quality AI-generated images that looked like poorly edited stock photos. The so-called valuable tokens people purchased turned out to be utterly worthless, leaving investors, many of whom were Logan's fans, feeling cheated. What was meant to be a major step forward in Logan's business ventures became nothing more than a PR nightmare. Logan Paul, in response to the growing backlash, distanced himself from the project. He tried to remove himself from the situation, stating that he never intended to scam anyone and that the failure of CryptoZoo was beyond his control, yet the damage had already been done. Fans who trusted him not only lost their investments, but also their faith in someone they once admired. This scandal marked a major turning point in Logan's career, severely tarnishing his image and reputation.
That was a case where, it's just the classic influencer greed story where this guy launches an NFT project, does millions upon millions of dollars in sales, and delivers nothing. He promises the world.
Coffeezilla, a well-known YouTuber and investigative journalist, took it upon himself to dig deep into the CryptoZoo scandal. His investigation into Logan Paul's project turned out to be a major turning point, revealing just how poorly the whole thing was handled. CryptoZoo, which was initially sold as a fun and profitable NFT game, was exposed for what it really was: a mess of broken promises, mismanagement, and misleading marketing. Coffeezilla's research uncovered that the project was run with about as much care as a high school group project, with no real accountability or responsibility from Logan, despite him being the face of it. As Coffeezilla's investigation gained attention, the backlash against Logan grew. Investors in CryptoZoo, who trusted Logan's promotion, were angry, and Coffeezilla's findings made it worse. Logan distanced himself from the project's failure without taking responsibility, showing a lack of accountability that only fueled the outrage further. At first, Logan responded defensively. He fired back at Coffeezilla, accusing him of misrepresenting the situation and being driven by a desire for fame. His initial reaction was full of ego, as he seemed more focused on protecting his image than addressing the concerns of those who had lost money. But this strategy quickly backfired. The public wasn't buying it, and the pressure kept mounting. Eventually, Logan backed down and issued an apology to Coffeezilla, acknowledging that his first response was out of line. He admitted that his pride got in the way, and even thanked Coffeezilla for pushing him to take responsibility. Logan Paul's next move in the CryptoZoo saga was to sue Coffeezilla, and this decision only made things worse. Instead of taking accountability or trying to fix the damage done by the failed NFT projects, Logan chose to go after the person who exposed the mess. Filing a lawsuit against Coffeezilla didn't come across as an attempt to clear his name. It looked like he was trying to silence criticism. To the public, it felt like Logan was more interested in shutting down the conversation than addressing the real issue: his role in the CryptoZoo disaster. This legal move triggered even more public scrutiny. People saw the lawsuit for what it was: a desperate attempt to regain control of the narrative. The backlash intensified as it became clear that Logan's primary concern was his image, not the people who had invested in CryptoZoo. The lawsuit only fueled more doubt about his intentions, making him look even guiltier in the eyes of his fans and the wider audience. Logan's lawsuit also brought about what's known as the Streisand effect. Named after Barbra Streisand's failed attempt to suppress photos of her home, the Streisand effect happens when trying to hide something actually makes it even more public. By suing Coffeezilla, Logan unintentionally amplified the very thing he wanted to bury. The lawsuit shined an even brighter spotlight on the CryptoZoo scandal, drawing more attention to his mistakes and leading more people to question his actions. Instead of silencing Coffeezilla, Logan ended up giving him a bigger platform and more credibility. One of the strangest twists in Logan Paul's lawsuit against Coffeezilla is the fact that Logan had previously praised Coffeezilla's investigative work. In the past, Logan publicly referred to Coffeezilla as a thorough, good-hearted, smart guy when discussing his investigation into CryptoZoo. It's a pretty shocking twist, considering Logan later tried to sue him for defamation. This contradiction is not only ironic, but also weakens Logan's case in a major way. How can you claim someone is spreading lies about you when you've openly praised their integrity and thoroughness? This whole situation makes Logan's attempts to discredit Coffeezilla seem pretty hollow. By taking legal action, Logan was trying to paint Coffeezilla as someone who is only after fame and money, creating a false narrative. But when you look at Logan's own words, it becomes clear that even he once respected Coffeezilla's work. It's hard to convince people that someone is a bad actor when you've already gone on record saying the exact opposite. Logan's lawsuit starts to feel baseless because his earlier statements contradict everything he's trying to argue in court. One of the biggest challenges Logan has ahead of him is rebuilding trust with his fan base. His followers are the ones who bought into his projects, supported his career, and even invested their money into ventures like CryptoZoo. Reconnecting with those people who now feel misled or outright scammed is going to be a massive hurdle. He can't just shrug off these failures and move on to the next thing. Delivering on his promises, particularly to those still holding onto worthless CryptoZoo tokens, is a crucial step if he hopes to repair his damaged reputation. The other challenge is simply staying relevant in an industry that moves incredibly fast. Logan has managed to reinvent himself before, transitioning from YouTuber to boxer to entrepreneur, but the scandals have left a stain that may be difficult to wash away this time. His legal battles and failed projects are fresh in people's minds, and unless he does something major to turn the tide, this could be the moment where his empire starts to truly crumble. The question is, can Logan recover from this downward spiral, Or has his time in the spotlight finally run out? It's not impossible for someone with his level of fame to stage a comeback, but it's going to take more than just another boxing match or a flashy new business venture. Logan will need to prove that he's learned from his mistakes, that he's willing to take real accountability, and that he still has something valuable to offer his audience. Whether he can do that or not is the big unknown. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.